The eCom Seller Summit was created to prove that with the right tools and training, anyone and everyone can make money in e-commerce. So many people want to try their hand at e-commerce, selling on eBay, Amazon, Shopify, and more, but they're afraid they won't be successful. This summit will show you that there's many ways to do e-commerce, and there are many platforms you can explore, because e-commerce really has no limits. It really can pay your bills, and e-commerce never sleeps. There's nothing like waking up to profits from getting sales all night long. My name is Nicole Whitlock, and this is the eCom Seller Summit. Before we get started, please be sure to take notes. Today's eCom Seller Summit speaker is Barbara Drazga. Barbara has been selling online since 1996. She started selling on Amazon in 2015 and has since grown her business to sell wholesale bundles and her own private label products. Barbara, thank you for taking the time to share your knowledge with us today. So let me, officially start it off. So my name is Nicole Whitlock, and interviewing today the amazing Miss Barbara Drazga.
Hello.
She's going to be covering a topic, I'm not going to steal her thunder, that I actually love, and those people who participated in my training knows that. So I'm going to do my best to keep my mouth closed because I want to hear everything Barbara has to say. Everyone does bundles differently, and that's great. So I'm sure she's dropping lots of golden nuggets, and I'll be taking some notes.
Yeah, and I would not agree with that keep your mouth shut thing, because I think, it's great to have interaction. I've got a little presentation, but I'd love to have you interject and say, hey, I've done this before, because let's provide value. Not all of us knows everything, right?
Yeah, that's true. And that was one of the things I talked about in my session yesterday that I clearly did not broadcast live. So, but we are glad that you're here. Hopefully the others will find it. I asked Renata to do a post. I also sent an email out. So we hope.
Okay, so Val is telling me, please be careful not to thump on your desks like that.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was trying to make some arrangements. I apologize. I think we're good.
That was me too. I did a little thumping because I was pulling out my props.
Oh, she got props, guys. Oh, I can't wait.
I didn't mean to have props for this webinar, but I'm doing a lesson on retail arbitrage bundles later today. So I went shopping. So I'll show you some real life ideas too, which would be kind of fun.
Oh, this is going to be awesome.
We're going to have fun. I can't not have fun when I do a training.
There you go. So I can't wait. If there is anyone that, let me see if I'll post the Zoom in the room. Let me see if I can post. I wasn't able to post earlier, guys. So it wasn't letting me post anything at all.
Well, you know what? We can get this thing recorded and honor the folks who are here. Thank you so much for showing up, guys. We're not having technical difficulties, but Facebook seems to be having some serious ones across the board. So we're just going to give all the value we can in this. And if you weren't able to watch it on Facebook, you can get the replays and right?
Yes, and you can order the all access pass for sure. But
you got to take care of that.
Yeah, some of this we don't have any control over. And I don't think it's just Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I think that all of the message could not be posted to the timeline. So I try.
We're being told to get going.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get started.
We're being told to speed it up here. Okay, take a deep breath, everybody. Take a deep breath.
Yes.
It's all good. It's all good.
It is all good.
Nicole, let's kick it off.
Let's kick it off,
girl.
All right, so today we have with us Ms. Barbara Drazga, and Barbara is going to be covering the awesome topic of bundling, one of my favorite bundles. So we're going to let Barbara lead the way, and I may interject from time to time to share some ideas and thoughts about bundles because I love bundles.
Cool.
Barbara, go ahead and take it away. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your journey first.
Sure.
We'll go into bundles.
Well, my name is Barbara Drazga, and I've got a nickname, aka the Deal Diva. In case you were wondering how I got that, I'll tell you. I used to buy a lot of stuff at auctions and resell them on a bunch of different marketplaces. And I used to beat out this one guy who was really kind of mean. And one time I beat him out of something he really wanted, and he turned around and he goes, "Oh, you're just a deal diva." I thought, "Ooh, I like that." So I had mugs made. So if you want some swag, you can follow me on Facebook. Just go look up Deal Diva. And mostly I focus on helping Amazon sellers kind of navigate the waters of Amazon that, as we know, change pretty much daily. A lot of big news this week happened with Amazon and last week. And I've been selling on Amazon since 2015, but I've been selling physical products online since 1996. Yes, I am that old. Yeah. So anyway, I've been around the block a few times. Probably not something a girl should say, but I've been around the block as an online seller a few times. So I'm here to share with you how I structure my Amazon business specifically. I source wholesale, create product bundles from wholesale and private label sources, and transitioning into private label. I did actually start with retail arbitrage like many people did. So I've got kind of my chops in RA, and then moved up and advanced and graduated to bundling and wholesale and private label. So I'm here to talk about bundling today. Is that enough of a little teaser?
That was good. Let's go.
Cool beans. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. First, I'm going to make this screen, if I can here, bigger so we can, you're going to have to do that. Do just a speaker view because I'm going to show some stuff on the screen. It'd be nice if they switch from speaker view on the upper right-hand corner of your Zoom screen for me.
Okay.
See that upper right says speaker view? Just click on that.
And I changed it to gallery view, so you're big for me.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, anyway, if you see me. Okay, here we go. You're big. Thank you. No. Dream big, guys. Okay, so yesterday I'm actually putting together a lesson. I'm the creator of the Bundle Masterclass. And I'm creating, oh, by the way, I'm going to give you some freebies. So hang on to the end of this because I created something just for the group who is in here for eCom Summit. I'm going to give that to you for free at the end of this presentation. So hang on for that.
Is it the one that you're giving away for the All Access Pass members?
For you, yeah, whatever you arranged, we're going to drop that link at the end.
No. So the All Access Pass members, they get that in the All Access Pass.
Oh.
Buy the All Access Pass, don't get the freebies.
Let me come down here and take that slide off.
Yeah, so if they bought the All Access Pass, then they get the freebies. If they didn't buy the All Access Pass, they don't get the freebies.
Oh, thank you for letting me know that. Okay, no worries. Well, tell them they can go to get the All Access Pass before I go any further, so they can go sign up for that so we can give them a freebie. There
you go. She's got an awesome freebie. But anyway, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm actually putting together a new lesson for the Bundle Masterclass on retail arbitrage bundles, which I don't recommend as a long-term business model, but it's fun to go explore different retail stores that you're probably doing or have done RA in anyway. So I just happen to have props here by my desk. And if you've ever heard me speak, you know I use unicorns a lot as a kind of an example of bundles to do. Don't stick with just unicorns, but unicorns are a fun thing to talk about anyway. So, I bought these fun little unicorn party supplies over at the Dollar Tree because it's walking distance from my house and I get a little exercise, right? There's a little photo backdrop, a centerpiece, right? And these were all $1, of course. And photo props, right? And even a little like a dress up favor pack with like little purple and pink thingies for little girls. So these are just I'm not saying this is a finished bundle, but I wanted to give you ideas of the things you can get from a dollar store, for example. But then after you've tested a bundle from a dollar store or a retail store, then you want to go to direct to wholesale, right? Or direct to private label. And you can find a manufacturer for these ready-made things for a whole lot less than $1. But you can test concepts by going to retail first to just buy, a dozen of them and test them. So anyway, that was my sample of unicorns. Let's move on. I'm going to start my presentation here because I put one together for you guys. It's a little bit more structured than I normally am if you just let me talk. So let me share my screen here and get going. And if you haven't guessed by now, I'm pretty high energy in my presentations. So
there you go. She's a girl after my own heart. I literally could go on and on as well.
All right, here we go. I'm going to share it. Go ahead and let me know that you can see my screen.
Yes, we can.
How to create profitable bundles that sell on Amazon year-round. Can you see it?
Yes.
Good stuff. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and dig in. And if you have any questions during the presentation, Nicole, just go ahead and shout them out.
All right.
Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to talk about how we can create bundles, not just seasonal, but bundles that we can add to our Amazon inventory that's going to create regular income for us year round and why it's important to do so as an Amazon seller. So in this presentation, you're going to learn how to plan your bundles, how to niche your bundle concepts, how to keep competitors from hopping on your listing, and how to leverage no-profit wholesale catalogs into profit. So you already know a little bit about me. Started in 2015 on Amazon, but I started back in e-commerce in 1996. But go ahead and put in the chat if you are a brand spanking newbie, type 1. Type 2 if you've just been dabbling a little bit. Type 3 if you have some chops in e-commerce. And type 4 if you think you're an absolute know-it-all. There should be no 4s in that because we all have room to grow, right? So Nicole, go ahead and tell us what people are typing into the chat. Are we newbies, dabbling, or have some chops?
I have a couple of ones I saw, and one so far. I think everybody else trying to figure out where the chat is.
All right, no worries. So just think about, are you new, are you dabbling, or do you have some chops, have you a little bit experience in retail? And bundling, you can start anywhere. It doesn't matter what your experience is in selling on Amazon. Okay, you can start anywhere in the process. So tell me how you currently source if you're an Amazon seller. Do you do retail arbitrage, online, wholesale, private label? Tell me in the chat what you do. And as you're putting it in there, I'm just going to keep going. So it all started with Rubber Chicken in a Dream back in 2015. That's my cat Gizmo, who thinks that Rubber Chicken dog toy is actually for him. And in fact, that did end up being in his toy box. He likes to carry it around and lay on it and make it squeak. So that was the very first thing that I sold on Amazon. And in hindsight, it was sort of kind of a bundle because what I did was I put 3 into a poly bag. So it's a multi-pack. And that was the first thing I ever sent into Amazon. And I did that to test how to get through the process of mailing into Amazon. So it doesn't matter where you're starting or what type of product you're starting with. I started with squeaky rubber chicken toys. Why bundles? This is important. So you can sell products when you bundle them together at a higher price point and profit margin. And you can usually charge more for a bundle of products than what it would cost someone to buy the products individually if you do the bundle right and you add value to it. You can beat your competition to a sale because you're adding value. You can build out related products to own a market niche. So somebody who buys one bundle from you might end up buying 3 or 4 other of your products because they're related, because you've structured the bundle based on what they either need or want. And when you customize your bundle, you're warding off lazy sellers. And frankly, I believe a good 95% of people who sell on any platform are what I call lazy sellers. They're going after the low-hanging fruit, and they're not putting a lot of creative thought into or care into creating any of their products or selling products. And I don't see them as my competition. So I want to do the little bit that I can do to get those lazy sellers to not compete against me. And Amazon loves it when we provide an amazing customer experience, right? That's their mandate, to wow their customer. If we do that when we create bundles that wow their customer, Amazon loves us for it. So don't be a lemming, AKA a lazy seller. If you guys are as old as I am, you remember that video game, Lemmings, where one lemming would go off in a direction and they'd all blindly follow. Don't do that, okay? You want to create bundles that meet a need, feed a passion, or solve a problem, and go that little extra. The difference between ordinary and extraordinary is just that little extra, and apply that to your business. Here's my unique approach to bundling. Before you buy one single product, I want you to know your market. So that's before you touch any product, get to know your market. You want to identify your competition. Again, we haven't sourced a product yet. And then build and evaluate your bundle concepts. And then, and only then, after you've done those first 3 steps, do you want to identify suppliers and then competition proof your bundle. And I'll show you a little bit how to do that in this presentation. And then test and refine the bundle on a small scale. And then when it works, you can ramp it up, drive traffic, and then automate and delegate pretty much the whole process. Now, I'm not going to be able to cover all of those steps in this presentation, but I'm going to be able to cover an overview of all of those steps so that you can get started bundling as quickly as possible. Here are some types of bundles. I warned you I was going to be using unicorns as an example, so here we go. So here are some types of bundles with one theme, unicorn. Solution bundles, that's a bundle of products that solve a problem or feed a passion, or maybe an activity kit for kids during the summer, or for kids who are homesick, right? Or for school, for classrooms, ready to give gifts, of course, like around Valentine's Day and Mother's Day, ready to give gifts are huge bundle opportunities. Bulk products, so let's say a bulk product office supplies, for example, decoration kits, one-stop bundle. So they're all different types of bundles. So if you were thinking that bundling is just putting together a gift basket of something, it's not. It could be a whole slew of things. So what's the difference between seasonal and evergreen? Evergreen, just like a tree that never loses its leaves or its needles, it's going to be green year round, which means it's going to give us money year round if we do the bundles right. Seasonal topics, of course, are all the major seasons and the major holidays, etc. And you can supplement your evergreen bundles with seasonal, but I highly recommend that you start with evergreen bundles because that way you've got a base of income as you build out your little pops of income for with seasonal bundles. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I refer to those as my steady eddies, those things that just generate money for you all the time. But yes.
Steady Eddie, I love it. That's awesome.
Steady Eddie, yeah.
Niche market research. Again, another another unicorn. This is what I call a mashup, which is it could be for a children's birthday party costume plus unicorn. That's a mashup of two different high traffic keywords. So you want to know your market before you source any products. And the way to know your market is to identify passions and problems. And I'll show you how to do that in a little bit. I've got some great examples on where you can find passions and problems. I want you to conduct deep keyword research using tools like Merchant Words, Google Trends, Keyword.io. There are a lot of other tools out there that you can do keyword research with. And that helps you understand what people are actually searching for. What are they typing in on Amazon to find products that they would potentially buy? And then I look for niches where I can combine high volume keywords and mash them up, like girl's birthday party and unicorn. Unicorn and Halloween costume, right? And I mash up those high volume keywords into a bundle that that drives more traffic than the individual keywords. Okay, brainstorming time. For those of you who are on this live, type in the chat things you are passionate about. So I'm going to give you a caveat. Right? Things that you're passionate about should be niched down. So if you love dogs, what I want you to do is tell me what kind of dog. So let's say you like elderly female poodles, right? Or you like English setters with hearing problems, or you like a hummingbird bird feeder, or you like indoor gardening, right? So not just gardening, but niche it down, like herb gardening for small spaces. So when I say niche, I mean, instead of growing broad like I love dogs, bring it smaller into what kind of dog, what size, what age. Do you like to dress up your dog? Do you like a certain breed? Do you like showing your dog? Do you like teaching your dogs how to do tricks, right? So go ahead and shout out in the chat what you're passionate about. Is anybody?
All right, I'm looking for the chat, waiting for some.
That's okay. You can tell me what you're passionate about, Nicole.
Well, I'm passionate about autism, of course, because of my son. So I'm passionate about hosting events for children with special needs and autism. So we do a lot of events for that. And I'm passionate about some of the stuff we do with the church, which is we work with churches to also host events for children with special needs or to build a special needs ministry.
Do you have any hobbies?
The e-commerce, that's it.
Well, okay, but autism, that's huge. So the different niches with autism could be age ranges, first of all. The level of it could be education, or it could be sensory, like a sensory bundle. What types of things would you do in the autism market as a bundle?
Well, I have done. We've done bundles with sensory toys. So we've done several sensory bundles so that people can, get certain types of bundles, like sensory tools for home, sensory tools for school, sensory tools for your special needs ministry. So there's some things that are easier to manage and to handle if you're in a bigger space versus if you're in a smaller space. So we niche down to special needs tools or items in
either a classroom environment or a home environment. That's brilliant. Great. Thank you very much. We didn't plan that. That was a fabulous niche mashup there. Appreciate that. Yes. Thanks.
And then someone typed in that their niche is mental health, but that is generic. That's a little vague. I'm like, you have to niche it down a little bit more. But then someone else wrote that the outdoor flower bed and plants.
There you go. And it could be a certain kind of plant, or it could be, I live in Arizona, so it could be outdoor gardening for the Southwest, right? So you can niche that down even further. It could be plants what are the plants that eat insects? The fly trap plants, remember those? It could be that kind of gardening. Like,
oh, yes.
Wouldn't that be fun? Carnivorous plant gardening. What a great niche bundle that would be. Okay.
Yes.
Anyway, so thank you guys for playing along. I appreciate that. Okay, step 2, after you have identified a niche market, is you want to see what's being sold on Amazon with your keywords. Now, I'm not saying look for a bundle being sold to that market. I just want you to start researching if your target market typed in carnivorous plants, for example, what would come up? What's being served to them? What products are coming up on the first page of search results on Amazon? And you can identify sales volume for different products in your niche by using tools like Jungle Scout, Viral Launch, Helium 10. There are others as well, but those are the 3 that I use. And then identify holes in the market. So what's not being sold? What products are not available? Or what problems or weaknesses do you find in these listings, like in the reviews where people are saying, hey, I really wish this had XYZ, right? And I'll show you an example of a great listing and a poor listing to give you an idea of those things. And then you want to make your bundles irresistible. I want them to look at my listing and say, oh my gosh, take my money, right? I want to create an added value experience. When they see my product on my listing, they start salivating. This is exactly what I want. I really need this. Click buy now. So when you do your initial passion and problem research really, really well, before you source any product, that will increase the likelihood of your bundle really being popular and really being profitable. So you want to do that research to reveal what the customer wants and needs before you buy any product. That's the mistake a lot of people make with sourcing for bundles. They go and buy a bunch of what look to be cute products, throw it in a poly bag, and it doesn't sell because they haven't done the research. And then you want to make it unique, over deliver with packaging and inserts. And I'll give you an example of exactly a bundle that I did and how we made it super, super unique in multiple ways. And I want you to start getting used to asking the right questions. So a wrong question is, what can I throw in this bundle? The right question is, what else does my ideal buyer want or need? So if you can imagine yourself, if you had like 2 hats in your office, and one hat was this, this cute fedora that when you put that on, you were the business owner and you're asking all the questions related to being a business owner and making profit. And the other hat is this really pretty big wide brim with a big, flower and feather coming off of it, very bright color. And when you put that hat on, you're actually your customer. And you have to, when you put that hat on, you have to now see your bundle concept through the customer's eyes. And you have to say, wow, what else do I want in this bundle as a customer? And put those items in your bundle as opposed to just putting anything in there that doesn't add to the customer experience. Right. 2 notes, Me Too products. Me Too product is, hey, somebody's got a bundle with unicorn party supplies. I'm going to do the exact same one. I don't believe in doing Me Too products. I believe, and I'll show you an exact bundle that somebody did with party supplies where they left out, and about 18 other sellers hopped on their listing because they didn't make it unique. So if you just do a Me Too bundle, you're not locking it down against competitors. You're being a lazy seller. That's something that I don't support at all. You're going to hear me say that a lot. Bundle stuffing. That is when you just randomly toss some item in there, like, I don't know, a pack of gum or a keychain, just so nobody can hop on your listing. But that stuffing doesn't add value to the bundle. It doesn't make that bundle more valuable in the eyes of the customer. Don't do that. Non-optimized listings, poor photos, not enough margin, and overthinking and perfectionism. Like sometimes we get a bundle concept going and then we stall because we're thinking, well, how can we put more in and more and more and more? How can we make it perfect? There comes a point you have to pull the trigger, but still make it about the numbers because you have to make a profit on it, right? And find that good balance, but actually pull the trigger and make a choice, make a decision. Here's a poor bundle example. So it's pretty obvious to me what this bundle is missing, but I'm going to challenge you to put on that feather hat, that wide-brimmed, pretty, bright-colored feather hat of the customer. You are the customer who is throwing a birthday party for your little boy or girl who likes Jack Skellington, right, which is the Nightmare Before Christmas character.
Yes.
And setting the table, and you've got the cute cake made, and you buy this bundle, and you lay everything out, and the kids are showing up, and you're putting the cake on the plates, and you go to pour the juice. Anybody catch it yet?
Oh, yeah.
What's missing? There's no cups. There are no cups in this bundle. They're trying to charge $48 for this bundle here with no cups for a party of 8 kids. Look at this 8 count. That's insane. So they didn't do anything. It's by Hunt Girl Ventures. They didn't do anything to lock down from competition because a bunch of other people came on and jumped in the listing. I don't know how many on it right now, but there were a ton. And there's only one image. So, and this birthday banner is kind of stretched out, so it looks kind of weird. And they cut off the utensils to make them look like half. So terrible, terrible photograph. And it's only got one. It's not being shown used at a party. So there are a lot of problems with this listing. In addition to, and now if you notice here, in the title it says party supplies for 16 guests. But if you look in the description, it says 8 count dinner plates, 8 count dessert plates. So it's not quite matching up with what the title says. And the bullet points themselves are not only against Amazon's terms of service, because the first bullet point in Amazon's TOS must include the word bundle and list everything that's in that bundle. So it's not even meeting Amazon's terms of service. This person, I believe, is no longer selling on Amazon. I know the seller of this bundle, and they haven't been selling on Amazon for over a year, and we can see why. Their bundles were just terrible. So unfortunately, this is what a lot of bad bundle listings are going to look like. Don't do this. Here's what I want you to do. Something like this. Now, I'm also going to tell you how to make this better. So this particular product, the couple things I would change here is put the word travel in the title, because I was actually looking for some workout materials that I could take with me when I travel. I travel a lot to conferences and trade shows. So this is perfect. You know, they're small and light with their own little bag. It's missing a couple things though. First, from an SEO standpoint, search engine optimization, it doesn't have the word travel pack in here. So I think they could somehow incorporate that into, it might be in the bullet points. I have to double check it. But great photographs, a lot of lifestyle pictures in it. But what I would do differently to lock down, now what they did was they put their brand name on the bag. Yep. But what I would do is go to Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com, and have some cute little, you would theme this, right? You can make a pink one for women and a black one for men, right? And the pink could say something like, could have an image of kind of a buff girl lifting weights or something really cute, or a girl running, right? A silhouette of a pink girl running, and put that logo big and center on that bag, and maybe their brand name Wenfeng in smaller below it. Right, that adds value to that bag. Now looks cute, right? Yes. It doesn't look cute with Wenfeng on it, but it would look really cute if you had some cute little image on there that related to your target market, and then your brand name underneath. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And then definitely do variations. Go ahead.
Someone also suggested that you add a sweat towel, maybe possibly to it if it's part of workout, but a little small sweat towel to go with it. But yeah.
Yeah, sweat towel. There are lots of things you could do with this bundle. I think it's a great start. But what I would do to lock it down, because here's the thing, the only thing that's locking down this bundle is that bag with Wenfeng on it. But what if I made that bag even more relevant by having an image created that was related to my target market? But then, so remember, I've got my fuzzy hat on now, and I'm saying, well, I'm the girl traveling, and I want to stick this in my suitcase wherever I go. And I pull this stuff out. I'm in my hotel room. I'm ready to do a workout. And I'm like, well, what do I do now? So what is this missing, guys? Put it in the chat. A little laminated card that shows me 6 workout things to do with these straps, 6 things I can do with these particular things in this bag, right? 6 on each side. So that's a dozen exercises. And I would make it a wallet-sized card that I could just pop in my wallet, right? So it's missing instructions, and that is a simple fix, a simple little fix. And then on that instruction card, I would make it from cardstock, double-sided. You could do like a 4x6, so just slip in the bag if you want, double-sided, and use Vistaprint. They have different levels of cardstock I'd use. I would make it a nice, use the one that would like the glossy upgrade, so it's glossy on either side. Make it nice. And then put the logo that you created, not logo, but the image of, the pink silhouette of a woman lifting weights, right? Put that on the corner of that card so it ties it all together into that brand. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I would do with this really good listing and really cool product. You can make it even better. So what I did was that little extra Okay. So where do you source? So I look for a viability question. As much as I showed you some things from the dollar store when we started this presentation, it's not truly viable because dollar store stuff comes and goes. Plus, if you can't source wholesale, you're always going to be paying $1 for it. So you can use things from retail arbitrage to test a concept. But then when a bundle concept hits, you want to identify sources like wholesaler, private label, direct from factory, white label that are long-term so that you can resource those products over and over and over again. That's retail stores, wholesale. Liquidation-based product is good if you have, now liquidation by its nature is products that you can only get a certain amount of and then you're done. But if you're at the certain level where you can buy out an entire liquidation. Like I did that with his and her zombie mugs a couple years ago. I bought 950 of them. It was a liquidation, so nobody else could buy them because I bought them all. So that company could not sell those mugs to anybody else once they were gone. I bought them all, but I have a warehouse to store them in, and I had multiple bundles that I could put them in. So I put them in 3 different bundles, different versions of bundles with coffee and a crossword puzzle and a zombie pen, right? You can get them manufactured in China, India, Mexico, Canada, practically every country. Poland, it doesn't matter where it is, has some sort of manufacturing. You do not have to have your products manufactured directly in China. That is the place that most people start with. And then brand owners who white label. So for instance, that coffee, the his and her coffee mug bundle that I put coffee in, I actually went to a coffee manufacturer, a roaster, and they had ready-made coffee bags, little small sample bags. I think there was like 2 ounces or something. And they were white or black. I think they were white. And then we put, I had a label with I had somebody draw a zombie for me basically. And I made it zombie coffee and put that label on their white labeled bags of coffee. You can go to Etsy to find, believe it or not, these amazing people who sell on Etsy, these artists, you can wholesale products from them. And that completely locks down your bundle as unique because you're having them make a product specifically for you. And then advertising promotion companies, I love doing bundles with these little things. So I'm going to show you some examples in a second. Okay. So here's an example. I searched for, now I've got a product I've got a kid product that has a shark on it. So I was looking for plush shark, which would be a perfect thing to go with this kid product I have, right? So all I did was search for wholesale plush, and this company came up. Write it down, Joissu, JOISSU.com. And it was the one on the first page, like a couple of down, and there it was. Now, these are, if you buy 288 or more, it's a combination of 6 different sea animals, but they end up being 54 cents each, which is clearly almost half off of the dollar store, right? Yeah. If you had a bundle put together with all of these guys and a storybook, and you put together like a little stage that they can act out, little plays with, then there's a bundle right there. Another thing, you're always going to hear me say, Google is your friend. When you say, I can't find suppliers, I can't find this, I'm always going to say to you, Google is your friend. Let's go to Google. So I was looking for private label baking supplies. And by private label means that maybe they already have the product made. So I don't have to get certifications for the products, right? They already have product made, but they'll put my brand on their ready-made product. It's called white labeling, right? So I found this one of your Clabber Girl on the left-hand side. You see that? You can make your own branded baking ingredients. And then over the right-hand side, I found this traditionalbaking.com private label cookie manufacturer. How cool is that? So let's say you wanted to do a bundle for little girls. Of course, we're going to go with unicorn theme, right? A unicorn cupcake baking bundle for 6 girls. So it could be like a slumber party where it's unicorn themed and they're making cupcakes. And you include the icing, the cupcake mix, the little cupcake things, a little apron on it, and you have somebody draw a really adorable, cute unicorn for you, and you put that logo on the apron, for example. Make sense?
Yep.
Okay, another example, AliExpress and Alibaba. So this bundle could be, for example, for kids who are going off to college and they're living in a student dorm. So they have a common kitchen, and the girls' dorm, you could do a bundle with 3 different variations, pink, blue, and green, for a kitchen organization stuff, right? So you've got this little sink thing and the towel thing with towels, by the way, some hook things, and just do 3 different variations and 3 different colors of these products plus a couple of other products. Now, this is just stuff that's real fast off the top of my head. We do a huge deep dive into much more research in this, but I wanted to start getting your creative juices going on bundling by just sharing some ideas. So the next thing you want to do is competition proof your bundles, like we talked about with the bands bundle, right? The exercise bands. You can do that by sourcing from various suppliers. Don't just get all of your bundle items from the same dollar store supplier, for example. And I actually have a Rolodex of dollar store suppliers, so companies that sell things to the dollar stores. So we can get products for between 35 and 60 cents that are normally sold at the dollar store for $1. Right? You want to make it unique packaging and put a custom piece in there. And these are just a few ideas: puzzle, flashcard, checklist, cheat sheet, certificate, recipe. And I'm going to show you an exact bundle that I did here. On the right-hand side, yes, that's me with hand puppets. Here's an exact bundle I did. I had 6 hand puppets. It was actually a liquidation, but I bought them all. So I had quite a few of these guys. And it was 6 different barn animals and farm animals, right? And bears and dogs and monkeys, oh my. So what I did was I put an adoption certificate. I had the certificate printed out, but on it, I put where the child could fill in their name. Hi, my name is and blah, and I am the brand new parent of the following animals, and their names are. And then it listed Pig, and hi, I'm Pig, my name is, and then a line. So they could name each of their individual puppets after putting their name on the certificate as the person who adopted the puppets. So the next thing we did, we made the box. On the outside of the box, we drew what looked like air holes. So if you've ever adopted a pet from, a pet place, they might send you home with a box with air holes in it, right, until you get home. So we made the box itself on the outside look like an adoption box. And then the way that the box was folded, you could fold it backwards into a stage. And then we had a cute kind of a staged area printed on the inside of the box, so they can act out with their puppets.
I love that.
Isn't that fun?
That. Oh, yeah, that is awesome. I have not done that. That is pretty awesome.
And then the next thing we did, and it was actually a customer of mine, a local customer, saw the puppets, and she says, "Oh, wow, can I get a couple of those for my dad? He golfs." I said, What? And she says, "Yeah, they'd make great golf club covers." Who'd have thunk, right? So right after she left, I'm telling you, I got in my car, I ran to Goodwill, and I bought 2 golf clubs, a big wood thingy and a skinny metal one. That's how much I know about golf, guys, okay? And I got back to my garage, and I put those puppets on there, and darn it if those puppets didn't fit golf clubs.
Yeah.
So I made a second bundle, and I didn't even lock it down with anything. I just made a second bundle of those 6 puppets as golf club covers. And it was right going into Q4, so they were gone. They were just gone.
Oh, that was gold. That was money. Oh, that was.
Yeah, I didn't think of that though. So inspiration can come from everywhere. Okay, so promotional companies. Have you guys ever gone to a trade show or wherever, a local farmer's market, and people are giving away, the insurance guy there is giving away a pen with his insurance company. You can hear me clicking my pen, right? With his name on it. Well, I want you to think a little bit different about promotional companies. So promotional companies sell these products that corporations can print their name on for branding purposes to give away to customers in the hopes that if you want insurance, you'll see that pen on your desk with his logo and phone number. We're going to use promotional companies differently. We're not going to put logos so much as we're going to put images. So for instance, if you wanted to do a bundle for a tween girls, so they're, 12, 13, 14, right? Little tweeny girls who all had cell phones and all loved unicorns. You could literally go to a promotional company, and there are tons of them, and have, if you look here, there's earbuds, pop socket, a anti-slip phone holder, right? These 3 right here, right off of the top, a cell phone wallet with ring stand, right? So you just have these 3 products here, or that 4th product there, but you have someone design a really cute unicorn and put the unicorn instead of the logo on each of those, and there's a bundle.
Yeah.
Or you could use it in conjunction with whatever bundle you have. If you could take that, let's say that there was, on the right-hand side, you're going to see all these categories, right? So let's take that workout band bundle. I bet you there's something over here, maybe health and travel accessories. Boom, there we go. I would look under travel accessories to find something that maybe would add value to that bundle of the exercise bands, and put that woman working out, that silhouette of the pink woman working out, whatever, on that travel accessory. And nobody is going to be able to hop on that.
That's right.
More custom ideas. Write this down. Here's some great fun places to get custom ideas. Hospitality mints. So you can print anything you want. Here's some examples on the right-hand side here of things you can actually print on mints, on the covers of mints. Hospitalitymints.com. Onlinelabels.com. You can get custom stickers made that you can actually use to close boxes with, or close your poly bags with for that. So in the zombie example, we actually closed the box up with a zombie sticker. So that sticker, when they got that box, it wasn't just some random white box. Immediately right out of the gate, it was feeding their love of zombies before they even opened the packaging, okay? And then Vistaprint is a go-to just to get small quantities to test something out. And they have promo codes all the heck over the place, all over TV, whatever. So you can usually get something, get like the postcards, whatever, started for a low quantity for a decent amount. And you might spend a little bit more on your bundles when you're just testing them. But once you test them on a low quantity and they work, then you can reduce your cost significantly on the bundle items by ramping it up with larger quantities. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hey, I know I'm going fast here. Is there anything you want me to cover before I go on to step 6?
All right. So, no, there's no questions. Just commenting yes. And back when you were talking about the instructions, which is the same thing you mentioned. So we will keep going.
All right, let's keep going. Step 6, versions. Maximize your bundle concept like I did with those puppets accidentally, right? Because what happens if you create various versions for fanatical niches, but your base product is the same and you have 3 different versions of bundles, you can go back to your suppliers and triple your order because there's 3 different bundles, right? Which you can negotiate lower prices when you triple your order. So I recommend if you find a niche market that's really hot, find a base product that you can create various bundles around, and that way you can reduce your cost on that base product through negotiation. And then leverage reviews with listing variations, all right? Now, Amazon keeps changing how they're doing reviews, so that's kind of up in the air. But the reviews should be on the listing itself, not just on one variation. Okay, are we having fun?
Yes. I'm excited.
I know I go super fast, so I just want to check in with everybody. So
I wanted to say this. Some of the stuff that you have listed so far, like we do some of the same type of things. There's a little extra that you do that I don't, but some of the same stuff, like when you were talking about the dorms, I'm like, oh yeah. I've done definitely gone after specific type of niching down. So I'm glad to see,
Well, I'll show you something else I've got on my desk here that I picked up at 2 different retail outlets yesterday, 2 different dollar stores, in fact, just to give you an idea of, and this one would be a seasonal bundle. So let's just do the math here. So here's what I look for. I look to create 10 new bundle concepts a month for me. And if you just have 10 bundles out of all the bundles you're creating, if you just have 10 that average a net of $10 each, and you sell just 50 a month, that's only 12 and a half bundles a week. That equals $5,000 of net monthly profit, which is 60 grand net annually, just from 10 successful bundle concepts. So you guys, I just want to show you the possibilities here, because nobody's going to be tanking the price on your listings. You own the listings. All right, and if you do it right, and you do it the way that I teach you, nobody's going to come on and tank that price, because they can't. They're lazy sellers. They won't take the care that you do in really creating a customer experience with that bundle, with that product, that's going to make people say, heck yeah, take my money.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I'm glad we're having fun. Let me switch back here so we can do face-to-face. I'm going to take some questions. Oh, first let me show you these guys. So like I said, I'm doing a new lesson for the Bundle Masterclass on retail arbitrage bundles. So I went shopping yesterday, which is loads of fun, right? And I went to 2 different dollar stores, Dollar Tree and 99-cent store. And at the Dollar Tree, now keep in mind, these are seasonal, okay? But nothing wrong with that as long as you're not only focusing on seasonal bundles. So there are these cute little flags. It's like a garden flag. You see this? The garden flag. And there are 4 different variations. Super cute. Super cute, right? With hummingbirds and, flamingos. Oh, that's another one. That's a huge market, flamingos, right? Because the flamingo market, you know what market you're going to get when you have flamingo products? Who do you think loves flamingos?
Florida.
Florida retirees, but hang on, RV owners, crazy RV ladies. I love crazy RV ladies because I plan to be one of them one day, right? So they park and they hang out and they drink wine with other crazy RV ladies, and they all pull out their plastic flamingos and their flamingo lights and their flamingos everything, and huge market for flamingos. So I got these 4 different flags at the Dollar Tree. All right, now since this video is going to go out to a lot of people, I don't recommend you source these and do exactly what I'm saying, because everybody else is going to try to do it too. So if you do this bundle, you need to make sure you lock it down in your own way. So we got these 4 flags, but then I went to 99-cent store because I can't just do these 4 flags. You know why? Everybody else will be doing it. Everybody can go to any Dollar Tree anywhere in the United States and buy these 4 flags and hop on my, right? But then I went to the 99-cent store and I found these cuties. These are little LED string lights with butterflies. How cute are they? And that's a potential bundle right there.
Yeah. Now I want to say something. The funny thing is that one of your flags has, I saw the word bless. So one of your flags, yes. So yesterday's, oh, that's a bird. Yeah. One of them is the word bless or something. Something. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, bless this home. So yesterday when I did my session, I was actually talking about doing keyword research, and I just typed in the word Easter and I said, let's just see what words automatically default down. And what ended up defaulting down was Easter garden flags. And so people are looking for something with, they're already looking for that. Yeah, see? They're looking for that right now. If you didn't.
Did I mention that the Dollar Tree, my kitchen window looks into their back door? That I can walk there. You know, I'm gonna clear the shelf today of these and these. It's gonna take me all about 20 minutes to go buy a bunch of these things because I got Dollar Trees everywhere around here. And I'm gonna throw probably 3 dozen of these into Amazon right now. And that'll be it. Seasonal. Then I'm done. But how easy would it be to just throw in 36 and, you know, make $10 each, $360? And what did I do? I say, what, an hour's worth of work. How many of you make $360 an hour's worth of work? Raise your hand. I don't expect anybody's, there you go. Okay. So the successful folks, right? So how much fun is this? Now, of course, you have to build out Evergreen. And then this is just a pop of income, like $360, man, that's like dinner, a pair of shoes, and a purse for me. I'm on it.
There you go. And I do love in your slide, you know, those of you that I'm a numbers nerd. So she did that awesome slide where she talked about the number of bundles it takes for her to get to, you know, as far as transaction, getting the bundle sent in or at least created, $5,000 a month. So there are people out there that are trying to figure out how in e-commerce do I get to $5,000 a month?
This is net. This is after cost of goods sold and after Amazon's fees.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm not saying that every single one of your bundles is going to be a hot mess success right out of the gate.
Yeah. But she's saying, you know, if you get to a place where you sell at least 50 bundles a month, so if you're creating bundles a week or more, well, you're really creating more, but creative and creating 10 different types of bundles a week. And I would, you know, do a volume of no less than 5, if not more than that, and just keep sending them in, keep listing them, whatever platforms you choose to sell them on. You can get to that 5,000. You can get to more than 5,000. I can tell you that.
Yeah, I just wanted to be conservative in that because it's hard to kind of wrap our brains around larger numbers until we can see what's possible for ourselves. So that was just a baseline. And I have a lot more than 10 bundles doing $10 a month, selling 50 a month, as I know Nicole does. So once you get started, I'm going to drop a couple more tips here so you can get started right away, like today. So how do we find niche markets? How do we find these passionate niche markets that either have a problem to solve or a passion you can feed? Watch QVC. Now, I'm not one to tell anybody to watch TV. Like, I don't watch a whole lot of TV. I don't have cable, but watch TV, watch commercials, because those commercials from Big Pharma, whatever, they've already done the research on what problems people have that they now feed a product to. Go to a bookstore and look at niche magazines. And then inside those niche magazines, open up the magazines and look at the ads. These are products that people, these huge research companies have paid money to identify a passionate market or a problem to solve, and then fed that product through high paid ads in these magazines. So they've already done a lot of the market research for you, and then double down by doing research on Amazon to validate that market. Make sense? So these are things you can do right away today to start identifying passionate niche markets that you can start conceptualizing bundles to feed to those markets.
Yeah. So one person asked what platforms do we sell on? So I personally sell my bundles on Amazon. I also sell them on eBay. I'll cross list them from Amazon over to eBay. My profit margin is so high, I can take a hit of paying an additional fee that sells on eBay and resourcing from my own inventory. And then I also will list it on other platforms. I may even, like I'll do some of the mobile apps, but I may even do Etsy. So I just cross list. That's what I do. I start with Amazon though.
Right. I start with Amazon as well. And then I use a program called Joe Lister. And when you have enough of them, it's $29.95 a month for me. When I have enough bundles, I can choose which products to cross list on eBay. And as of yesterday or today, Amazon, I think it was yesterday, Amazon had a terms of service where you couldn't sell your product cheaper anywhere than you were selling it on Amazon. And that rule went away yesterday. They could bring it back for all I know. But now I'm going to be changing all of my products that are cross-listed in Joe Lister on eBay. I'm going to change all those prices to my Amazon price, and I don't pay the same fees on eBay as I do on Amazon. I also sell locally on Facebook Marketplace. I get a lot of local sellers, but then what I can do is cross-sell them something else related to them. I'm also building out niche websites for fanatical niche markets, like, for example, people who love unicorns, right? Let's say you focus on building out niche bundles. Then you get people who are going to come. So you sell them on Amazon, but there's an insert saying, hey, if you love this unicorn product, register it on this website and we'll send you a coupon or we'll give you a freebie or something. Now you've got their email address when they register and you can send them to your own website. I know I'm dropping a lot of info here. I didn't want to confuse you guys by overwhelming you, but this is the bigger picture, right? And I use GrooveCart as my platform, which is a Shopify type platform, but a lot cheaper, and it doesn't take a percentage of my sales. And then I send them over to my niche website and then get their email address. So I'm building an asset for my company, which is an email list of niche people who are interested in autism, for example, right? And then I can start marketing other things to them and communicating and educating them on a whole different way. So if I wanted to sell that company that had bundles, wholesale products, private label products, a website, a blog, a Facebook page, and an email list all related to single mothers of autistic children, I could now sell that to an investor.
Yes.
So building something bigger. So there's a bigger picture here. I just didn't want to dump everything on you all at once, guys.
And the other thing I just want to add to that, because I love this conversation. So I actually had a conversation 2 or 3 weeks ago. I was like, I love bundles. But because I was going to talk about bundles in my session, but she's doing that. She's covered a lot of amazing stuff. One of the other pieces of the whole bundle thing is when she talked about the list. The great thing about bundles is that you can slide. Like you can still put, if you're doing a listing on if you're like shrink wrapping or putting it in your poly bag, but it is better if you're doing a bundle, you can put your little thank you, which is what she's talking about. And that's how you get your people to come offline. And then the other thing, you can piggyback and combine everything that she taught you today with what Peter's going to be teaching you tomorrow. And it will be bonkers.
What is Peter teaching?
Peter is teaching funnels. And so when I saw Peter's session on funnels, I lost it. Because I love bundles. I can do bundles all day long. I make money doing bundles. And then combining that with funnels, it's game over. It is so game over. You can take people offline because in your package, regardless of what platform you're selling on, when you put that little card in there, you send them to your website, which is what she said. You got them. You've got them.
You can do with a funnel. You could even just, let's say I did this bundle real quick. Cost me $5 plus tax, right? $5.50. And I put them up on, I do a Facebook ad for $15. And I drive local Facebook traffic and I put them up on Marketplace and Facebook. And I just do an ad to a funnel that says, click here to buy now, $15. So I've made, $9.50 a bundle minus ad costs. Let's say I net $8 a bundle. Okay. How much work did I do for this? Okay, so anyway, I just wanted to give you guys, start opening up there's tons of possibilities here, right? You have a lot of different things to choose, and you've got, this young lady here is going to be a great guide on what to do first, second, third, and help you kind of get over the overwhelm of all the things you could try. So trust whatever she says. She's doing a great job.
So a person asked, how does a newbie find all the things like they said, Joe Lister and group cards? So the plan is, yesterday we were going to do a post, but we started encountering, so everyone knows, yesterday we did discover that Google was starting to have issues. And so it's ironic that today Amazon and some other platforms are having issues. So clearly something's happening with the internet. But the plan is to send out an email with all of the links to the different products different people talk about. So there will be a link to the products that Barbara has mentioned, some of the items that we talked about yesterday with Lysandra's session. You'll have a link in an email that you can go and take advantage of any of those products. So we'll make sure that you get the email once we get past some of the challenges that we're having since the Google issue was resolved, I think at like 3:00 in the morning.
Hey, you know what? The more you have to work for it, the more you're going to appreciate it. Hey, Juanita asks, I'm surprised that these items, and by items, she says dollar store, I'm surprised that these items are good products for Amazon. Juanita, why are you surprised? Explain to me why you're surprised. Let's see. And Debbie says, Barbara, you and Nicole are providing incredible value. I don't think I will sleep for a week. LOL, mind blown. Yay, we've done our job. So why do you explain to me why you don't think dollar store items, it doesn't matter where you're sourcing, right? If you're focused on customer centric, if you have your customer hat on and you have a customer centric approach to products and product development, it doesn't matter where you're sourcing. What matters is locking down. Every single one of you now is going to go to the Dollar Tree up the street and buy these today, aren't you? But you're not going to be able to find these. And I might put one more thing in this bundle that I've got in my back pocket I'm not telling you about. So you won't be able to hop on. But I got them from dollar stores, right? So explain to me why you don't think dollar store products would have been. Here we go. Juanita says, I shop at the dollar store all the time. Never saw anything that I could order online. But that's just me. Yes, there are a lot of. Now, is anybody going to ASD? I'm going. Yeah. You're going? Oh my gosh. I just ended my trip by a day. I'm going in Saturday afternoon instead of Sunday. So you and I, girl, we need to hook up. I'm actually doing a walkthrough with students on Tuesday. But if you're going to ASD, they keep moving around where the vendors are, but go to the hall that has the dollar store supplier vendors and sign up for all of their email lists.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yes. And I wanted to say this now. I know some people, when we, as part of their getting started in e-commerce, like we try not to make it overly complicated. Look for things around the house and then say, go to your local dollar store, and people go, what? So the challenge that some people have is that because it's the dollar store, it's cheap, it's flimsy. If it is cheap and flimsy, those are not the things that we're trying to sell, because those things are going to break. You're going to have a lot of returns. But if it is something that, you'll find the same thing or something similar, you'd be surprised at the number of things you find at the Dollar Tree that are similar items over at Target or Walmart. You would be surprised at the number of things that you might find at Michael's or Tuesday morning, and they're at the Dollar Tree. People are always surprised by that. So one of the things is when people make wreaths. So Easter is upon us, and a lot of people make Easter wreaths, or they make Valentine's Day wreaths, or they make Halloween wreaths. And so you get a lot of the mesh for making the wreaths and the things that go in the wreaths, and even the wire for the wreath. You can get those at the Dollar Tree, or you can go over to Michael's morning and pay 5 times the price or 3 times the price for the same frame. So you can pay $1, or you can pay $8. And so there's a lot of quality products at the Dollar Tree that most people don't take advantage of. Yeah,
let's give an example of, I don't have time to run back in there. I should have, but I bought at the Dollar Tree. They have right now these little packs of cards, of workout cards. It's a card deck, but on each card is a different exercise, and they have 2 versions, one for kids and one for adults. Put that together with the slide that I did earlier of that workout bands, and you just go to the Dollar Tree and buy one of those decks of cards for the adults and put that in there. Right. And they're nice cards. It's in a plastic container case and everything, like a little carry case. So, and you can start your research without even physically going to the Dollar Tree. Go to dollartree.com and just start looking for product ideas there. different things that you can put together for Easter coming up. And speaking of Easter, I'm a crazy person. I like to keep a Christmas tree up year round, but it's white. It's not green. I love mid-century modern. You can tell by the color of my wall and back, right? So it's white, a white tree, 6-foot tree, and I change out all the decorations. I had an Easter tree, or I had a Valentine's tree. It's now Easter tree. Where do you think I got all the hanging eggs to put on my Easter tree? Dollar store, right? So how about the crazy people like me, and I'm not the only one, do your research, who keep a white tree up year round so they can put, I'll have 4th of July. I didn't get around to doing the Irish thing, but the 4th of July, I'll do a summer tree with bluebirds of happiness on it that I got on discount at the 99-cent store after Christmas, right? So people who put these packs of instant Easter tree together, I would buy that from you. I wouldn't have had to run around. I could have just ordered, boom, a bundle of 50 different really cute, glittery, whatever. And one of them, of course, is always on my tree, a unicorn ornament. I'm not kidding.
Yep. And the funny thing is that Easter tree came up in the search word research.
No way.
It did.
See, I'm not the only one, and I haven't done research on this. And if you go, I think it's the Dollar Tree, they have this really cool garland that's like pastel colors and really cute. That's wrapped around it. And so steer clear of lights, of the ones that you plug in. Steer clear of those because there's UL certifications and right. But these are battery operated with no battery in it. But yeah, if you put all of that in a bundle for somebody who wants to make an Easter tree, and then you do a themed Easter tree, you do a religious themed an Easter tree, a unicorn themed Easter tree, right? Pastel, bright colors. So you have these different variations.
Yes.
That's just off the top of our heads. Thanks.
Yes. I know that we did get started a little late, so we'll take like 2 more questions and then we're going to wrap up. And I am so glad that we had the opportunity to talk to Barbara today. I'm glad that you were able to hear what she had to say because she's got a bundle course, which we'll make sure we have on the page when we download the video. We'll have a link to her bundle course if you want to purchase her course. You'll have a link to that. And then in addition to that, those who have the all access pass, you also have an additional bundle bonus from her because you got the all access pass. It's absolutely free for you. So I'll
do when you do the all access pass, I'm going to give you guys 25 done for you bundles. I keep I don't have it here, but I keep a journal that I carry with me. It's probably in my purse. And every time I get, which is all the time, I get bundle ideas, I jot it down and I start fleshing it out. What would be good in this bundle? What variations? How could we lock this down? So I've got this entire, I don't have the manpower to build out all the bundle ideas I have. So I've arranged with Nicole to give you 25 bundle ideas, but all fleshed out with photographs and sources and everything. And those are going to be done for you bundles. All you have to do is put your little creative spin on it to lock it down. And somebody asked in here, what is ASD? So it's asdonline.com. I'm putting it in the chat. And it is a huge trade show, wholesale trade show. We can get ideas and get wholesale suppliers, and it's in Vegas. It starts Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I think.
Okay, we're going to July. We're not going to the one next week.
Oh, you're not going this weekend. Okay.
I'm not going this week. I'm going to July. So they do it in July as well. And it's normally about 2 weeks before eBay open. And then Amazon, is it Focus? I never remember the names of these.
Yeah,
things.
there's so many of Prosper, I think.
Amazon's is like 3 weeks before that. So I think Amazon's is at the end of May, beginning of June. eBay's, or no, it's in June. eBay's at the end of June, beginning of July. And then ASD is at the end of July. So these are all opportunities to go and look at products. All of them will have suppliers there, but they'll also have things like Amazon sessions and eBay sessions are specific to their platform. And you'll learn what's coming up on the platform, what changes. So you'll be prepared for Q4. So
yeah, there's a bunch of free training at ASD about a lot of.
Yes.
Yeah. So somebody's asking, what about selling a bundle called All Season Tree? Debbie, if you put together a bundle that had 10 seasons in it year round for me to put on my tree, and you charged me $100 for it, but it covered all 10 seasons, I'd buy it. Yeah. I would totally buy it. Yeah, done for me, right? So people will actually pay for that convenience. Right. And one more, let's see, ASD Online. I don't see anything else in here. Gift bags, $4 at Walmart, $1 at Dollar Tree. No brainer. Boom.
Yeah, no brainer. So I will challenge everybody here. So there are a lot of niches that you can take advantage of. There's two, but right now, you've got people that love to do things with their pets, or they're all into their pets. There is so much open space and niches for pets. It's ridiculous. That's one. Babies or children, there's space for babies and children, especially like if you break it into the babies, and there's several out of that, and then also children. What could you put together? Because it's now March, then we have April, which is Easter, then you have May.
Mother's Day.
Yeah, Mother's Day, that's true. And so you have all these little kids that are going to be graduating from, let's say, preschool, going into kindergarten. Think about that. What kind of niche could you serve there? Think about all the kids that will be graduating from high school. Think about, what is, I forget. Like
weddings, graduation,
graduation,
outdoors, camping. And it's not too early to, in fact, right now is the time to start thinking about back to school.
Oh, see. Well,
I knew you were getting there. I knew you were going to say it. Sorry.
I was going to say back to school in April. That's when I start working on back to school. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't think, they're like, why are you working on back to school in April? Yeah, if you do this long enough, you'll know when you need to start working on that kind of stuff. So just sit down and think about, what are the things that you're passionate about? Because that was her first question. And start from there. Think about the things, your closest friends, what are they passionate about? Do they have kids? Do they not have kids? Are they taking care of older family members? And if they are, there's a niche there to be served. There are niches everywhere to be served. There are people that are passionate about specific things. People who love firemen, and little kids who love firemen. There's a whole niche for kids who love firemen. And what could you create in that space?
And also problems that need to be solved.
Yes.
Right. Tell me if I've got a problem that I need solved and it requires multiple different pieces, I just want the whole thing.
Yeah.
Just give me the whole thing.
Parents are looking for something for their kids to do for the summer. That is a huge problem to be solved. That's where I make a boatload of money, because parents are looking for activities for their kids. So, Charlotte.
Duct tape,
Sorry. A good duct tape together before we get in trouble. So,
no, we're not drunk, kids. This is us normal.
So Charlotte mentioned something that we teach is that, you mentioned find the supplier. So you can look on the back of anything that you buy. And if you look on the back at the bottom, I have this bottle sitting on my desk. There you go. So at the bottom in the back, you'll see the distributor or the manufacturer information. And that is just a phone call. The worst thing they can do is say no. So it's just a phone call. That's all it is. See what the opportunities are just by making a phone call. You can
Sometimes it's not even a phone call. Most of the time they have their website address. You go to the website, scroll down to the bottom and look for something that says wholesale, right? And click on that. And sometimes it's just an online form. Fill out this form, give us your reseller number so we know you're real. And then boom, here's our catalog. Here are your wholesale pricing.
Right. And sometimes it might be under partners or something like that. But yeah. Just look. Or distributors, something like that. So just look.
Suppliers, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So, this was fun. Thank you for having me on. Hope I
okay.
You guys.
I cannot wait to actually meet you. So sit down and do a brain dump. I hope that this was helpful for everyone. I hope that you enjoyed this session. And I just want to share one additional thing. We had been having technical issues part of the day. And again, I don't think it's just...
No, it's since 9 a.m. this morning, Pacific. Facebook has been quasi down. There's something on their end. It's not you.
Yeah. So sorry we couldn't broadcast this live. We do finally, Joy's video is finally available. So we're going to go ahead and make sure that that's connected. The internet will stabilize sometime today. Whatever is going around, hopefully it will stabilize, because it's it hit Google yesterday and YouTube.
Well, don't worry about it. Don't feed any energy. You can't do anything about it, right?
I can't do anything about it.
You're doing a fabulous job with the interviews and bringing great content to all these amazing people. Thank you, everybody, for showing up today. You guys are troopers. I love it. Hopefully got some value out of this, and I know you're getting value out of what she's doing. So just keep on keeping on. Remember to dream big. I'm Barbara Drazga. If you got any questions, hit me up on Facebook.
All right. Thank you, Barbara. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Have a good one.